Wolfgang Van Halen came to the rescue for Tremonti's Rhode Island and New York City gigs and has now signed up for the full tour. Eddie Van Halen's son and current Van Halen bass player showed he had the chops, being pressed into duty on a moment's notice when bandmate Brian Marshall had a personal issue to attend to and couldn't embark on the tour despite playing on the album. Mark Tremonti, with bandmates Eric Friedman, Garrett Whitlock, and Wolfgang Van Halen by his side, talked about Wolf coming aboard and said that heavy rocker Seven Dust were indirectly responsible.
Wow, it was an amazing turn of events. You know, we were getting ready to rehearse. We had no time to rehearse for this tour. We were just going to roll right into it because we were going to get together at our buddies. Eve to Adam is another band that was on tour with us with Creed, and they were nice enough to say you can use our rehearsal pad. So we rushed into the rehearsal pad, and that day Brian had something personal come up, and he was like, "Man, I'm really sorry, I can't do the tour." And we were just kind of, I love you, man, but man, this is really bad timing. And these guys kind of whispered to me, Wolfgang's in town with the Seven Dust guys, just rocking in the studio with them. So I immediately called him, and he was like, "Hey, how you doing, buddy?" It's like, "Not so good." not so good.
I'm like, "Hey, bud, how's it going?" He's like, "Not good."
So I said, Brian, can't do the tour, and I heard you're around. What do you think? And he's like, "Are you kidding me?"
I'll call you back.
Oh yeah.
And then literally, it was just so perfect the way this mysteriously worked out. I just happened to have all of my bass equipment, everything, just ready to go.
Van Halen and Tremonti talked about going from 0 to 60 in about a day.
He already knew a handful of the songs, knew the record from listening to it, but picked them up he learns 10 times faster than I can learn.
We rehearsed at midnight the day before the first show.
Yeah.
Just ran through every song once, and that was it.
I did our first show last night. I introduced everybody, and I said, Wolfgang Van Halen. I told the story about how 24 hours prior to this, he had no idea this was happening, and we're on stage together right now, and the crowd immediately started going, "Wolfgang, Wolfgang."
And we would actually have a Wolfgang chant before there was ever a Tremonti chant.
I know, man. We're going to start naming the band Wolfgang.
Tremonti will embark on the Hard Drive Tour starting September 20th in Flint, Michigan.
For holding to the hate within your heart, you cast the world aside.